Hello, my name is Raj. I'm an incoming junior at Avenues, the World School in New York, and today I finished my first milestone for my hand gesture controlled robot. This milestone was setting up the Raspberry Pi and running some basic object detection on it. The Raspberry Pi is a mini computer with ports for an HDMI, a camera, multiple ports for USB, and a port for an SD card on the bottom. The first step of setting up the Raspberry Pi was downloading the Raspberry Pi OS onto an SD card with the online Raspberry Pi imager. Once I had wrote to the SD card, I just plugged it into the bottom of the Raspberry Pi. Next, I had to hook up the Pi camera to the Raspberry Pi and test it. To my right is just a picture of some basic Python code I wrote, which takes a picture and uploads it to the Raspberry Pi desktop. I also tried taking videos, and I tested that with the Pi camera as well. So here's a picture of my object detection model working. As you can see, it successfully detects my computer and my monitor with a high certainty percentage. This object detection model pulls from Google's object detection model Zoo, which is a collection of pre-trained object detection models that are available for you to use. As you can see, it detects any object that enters the green rectangle that enters the video feed. It draws a green rectangle around it, and to do this, I had to install three main packages, which were OpenCV, TensorFlow, and Protobuf. The next step of my project will be to get this Pi camera to start recognizing how many fingers are being held up and some basic hand gestures, which I will then use to control my robot. So thank you for listening to my first milestone.